can we talk about this Buccaneers defense real quick? Because so far through the first month of the season, this defense has been incredible, phenomenal, amazing. All of the adjectives that you want to use. This Buccaneers defense really has been one of the best, if not possibly the best units in the entirety of the NFL. It is the main reason as to why the Buccaneers are 2-1 right now, and really could have been 3-0 if the offense would have done just a little bit more. I may talk about the Bucs offense in a separate video, but man, oh man, this Buccaneers defense has been amazing. Week 1 versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are typically known for having a pretty high level offense, and the Buccaneers defense put the clamps down on them. Yes, the Cowboys offensive line was really banged up. Yes, quarterback Dak Prescott did leave the game early, but overall, the Buccaneers defense did what they needed to do. They applied pressure, they got an interception here or there, and they were able to really get that win for the Buccaneers in week 1, and a very similar thing can be said in week number 2. The Saints, they are always a tough matchup for the Buccaneers to play, always a lot of trickery on the offensive side of things, and yes, I do know quarterback Jameis Winston was dealing with 4 fractures in his back, and the Saints were missing Alvin Kamara, but you still had some fantastic weapons, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, some of the other guys that the Saints have there in that wide receiver room, and the Buccaneers were yet again able to apply pressure, able to stop the run in key situations, and be able to really play fantastic in the secondary as well, and they, again, shut down the New Orleans Saints. They only scored 10 points in that game, so all in all, that was 2 weeks in a row the Buccaneers defense played phenomenal. And then, in week number 3, yes, the Green Bay Packers scored 2 touchdowns on their opening 2 drives, but after that, it was the Buccaneers defense all the way. They didn't get as many high-level sack numbers as you'd seen in previous weeks, but the secondary had been playing amazing, and the linebacking core had been playing amazing in week number 3. It was a very winnable game for the Bucs because of that defense. They really have looked absolutely phenomenal. Why is that? Well, it's because everybody's been able to do their jobs to just insane efficiency, right? Devin White has been a fantastic blitzing middle linebacker and has been able to apply so much pressure throughout the first month of the season. He leads the team in sacks right now. Shaq Barrett has been great in terms of getting pressure. Tryon-shoyinka has taken a massive step in year number 2 in terms of run defense and pass rushing ability as well. The defensive line, yes, you don't have Akeem Hicks, and Akeem Hicks was doing great, by the way, for the Bucs until he was knocked out with his foot injury. But Vita Vea has still been an absolute menace. Will Golston has been doing some good work as well. We've even seen some good abilities and some good stuff from guys like Raheem Nunez-Roches and Logan Hall whenever they have had to come in because of Akeem Hicks. Logan Hall has had some good moments throughout these past 3 games as well. But I think the biggest thing that has been worth paying attention to, and I know a lot of people had doubts about this unit going into the season, is the secondary. Carlton Davis, he had a couple of rough moments in last week's game versus the Green Bay Packers, but all in all, he has looked like a top-tier cornerback in the league. He's still my hashtag #1 corner, and he is showing it, and he has looked really, really good. Jamel Dean, this dude has been amazing. He came in, won the starting job away from Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he has looked very good. My colleague Evan Wanish of the Cannon Fire podcast and BucsNation.com has said this before, where Jamel Dean, look, he has got all the tools to be, the best cornerback that the Buccaneers have if he is able to put it all together. Even one of the top cornerbacks in the entirety of the league. He's got the speed, he's got the range, he's got the athleticism, he's got the size, and he's had a fantastic start to the season. Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean are looking like one of the better/top cornerback duos in the entirety of the NFL right now, and it's not hard to see why. These guys have really been able to play some phenomenal football, cover some of the best receivers in the game, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave. They've been able to look great in terms of pass coverage and whatnot, and it's been great. But I think one thing that isn't getting talked about enough is the safeties. Antoine Winfield Jr. as the slot cornerback has been amazing. He looks like one of the top nickel corner, top safety combination players in the entirety of the league. Reminds me a lot of Tyrann Mathieu during his time with the Arizona Cardinals whenever Todd Bowles was defensive coordinator there. Antoine Winfield Jr.'s looked great. He got an interception in week 1. He's been absolutely all over the field. He's looked great. That has been a big part of it. Logan Ryan, the solid veteran, the captain, of this Buccaneers secondary, in my opinion, has looked great as well. He has just got an interception off Aaron Rodgers in week number 3. He's been running around on the defense in the back end as a safety. He has looked fantastic. And Mike Edwards, I feel, has been a very underrated part of this secondary. Mike Edwards has looked great in terms of run defense, a little bit of pass coverage in there as well. Got a pick 6 against the Saints. Jamel Dean got 2 interceptions against the Saints as well. It has been a great thing to see this secondary play so well, and I think that has been arguably the strongest unit of the Buccaneers through 3 weeks so far. They have looked like an insanely complete unit. I mean, you say, Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Antoine Winfield Jr., Logan Ryan, Mike Edwards. Those 5 guys have been nothing short of amazing. And you combined that phenomenal secondary play with what guys like Devin White and Shaq Barrett have been able to do in pass rush, and some big bulldozers like Vita Vea, Will Golson, a little bit of Raheem Nunez-Roches, and Logan Hall in there, and Levante David. That just goes without saying. Levante David has been amazing as well. You have a unit that has looked amazing. Joe tryon-shoyinka as well. Couldn't forget to mention him again. This has looked like one of the top defensive units. Will they be able to continue this streak of play? We'll have to wait and see, but so far, it's not like they've been going up against nobodies. They've gone up against Aaron Rodgers, and they've really done a fantastic job against him. They've gone up against Jameis Winston and Dak Prescott, who are not slouches as quarterbacks either. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say that we could see a very good amount of consistency with this Buccaneers defense throughout the entirety of this season, and high-level play continuing throughout the entirety of this year for the Bucs defense. It's been a great thing to watch. Everybody's been staying healthy, and yeah, it's just been a fantastic thing to see. I just wanted to make a video talking about this Buccaneers defense, talking about how they have looked phenomenal through the first 3 weeks of the season, and all levels of this defense have looked great. And that is one of the main reasons as to why this defense has been so good, is because you have playmakers at every single level. But what do you guys think about this Buccaneers defense? Do you think they are one of the best units in the league right now? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.